Stop right there, criminal scum.
What?
You stole my sweet roll.
Oh yeah, that one was really tasty. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna take this axe and I'll plant it in your chest.
Fine, bring it on!
Wait!
What?
I'm not done with you yet.
All right. What is
What do
it?
you get?
Oh,
That one didn't work. I'm bleeding. That one didn't work either. I swear. Just give me one moment.
all right,
I'll be right with you.
Okay, go. Take your time.
Oh. All right. Let's do this.
Okay.
Wait.
What is there? What?
I have more.
Oh, come off it.
You stole my sweet roll. I'll kill you.
Go on. So, take your time.
Can you open this for me?
Here you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Just for my own reference, how many of those do you have?
About 500.
Shadowversity.
Greetings, I'm Shad, and with how prominent the classic fantasy healing potion is, I want to explore how functional and viable they would be to actually use in a fantasy setting. Now, the healing potion is the interesting one, because out of all the potions, it's the one where you might actually want to really use it in combat. A lot of other potions you could drink before you get in the fight, like the Witcher does, you know? He knows he's about to get in a fight, he needs to see better, so he drinks his potion that enhances his eyes, he drinks his potion that, the arena effects, I can't remember each one what it does, but he prepares for the fight, and he drinks his potions ready for them. But drinking a potion in the middle of a fight, that's actually a different consideration. How easy is it to pull it out? How quickly can you do it? And other conditions and stuff that make them functional and work, and other techniques that you could do to get access to the potions easier. Now, in terms of just exploring the mechanics of how potions might work in your fantasy setting, I've already done a whole video dedicated to that and exploring it. And so please go check it out. There's a link in the links. But now we want to talk about the actual practicality of drinking potions, perhaps in the middle of a fight, when you're under stress or duration. And I'm loaded up with potions. I've got potions here, and more potions here. The classic red healing type and stuff. Just to see, because even in the skit, and this wasn't scripted, but you saw Oz, he wasn't able to get the cork out. And that's a really big problem. If you're actually in a fight where the person isn't going to wait for you to drink it, that could kill you. So just something as mechanically, relevant is how easy it is to uncork the things. And so even the potion bottle is going to be important when you actually consider them to be used in combat to save your life. Now, it also depends on how severe the injury is and all this. So there's a lot of ins and outs to explore in this video. Now, on the subject of potions, there's a lot of stories that actually have included them in the narrative. And one of the most prominent ones is The Witcher. And so if you haven't been able to enjoy The Witcher yet, there's a way you can get access to the first Witcher on audiobook for free, thanks to the sponsor of this video, which is Audible. And all you have to do is go to www.audible.com/Shadowversity, or if you're in the US, you text Shadowversity to 500, and if you sign up for 30 days, you get the first 30 days for free, you get your first audiobook, any selection, and I would suggest The Witcher. It's a great one. You can see how potions are used in the narrative and all those things. And not only that, you get access to the Audible Plus catalog, which is heaps of audiobooks completely for free, access right away. And because the first month is free, you get access to all of that right away. And it's not just audiobooks. There's also self-help books, there's sleep tracks, there's podcasts, a whole range of content right there. And Audible's structure is one of the best that I've ever seen. Your monthly subscription gives you a free credit to get any audiobook, and the cost of that monthly subscription is usually way cheaper than the retail cost of that audiobook. And so it's a brilliant deal. I've gotten access to literally hundreds of audiobooks for a fraction of their retail cost through this brilliant deal. So you can check out The Witch on audiobook right away, listen to it when you're driving in your car, when you're working or doing something with your hands, and you just have them. That's one of the favorite things that I like to do, listen to audiobooks, especially traveling. Kick back and just relax and enjoy a great story. So if you go to www.audible.com/Shadiversity, or if you're in the US, you text Shadiversity 500, you can get access to that deal, Audible Plus catalog. It's brilliant, so do go check it out. I used Audible way before they sponsored me. They're such a great product, and I love audiobooks. And I really feel you will too, if you just give it a go. And you can give it a go through this great deal. Thank you for Audible for sponsoring this video. And now let's actually start to explore how easy would it be to use potions in combat. Now, the first thing that we might want to explore is how quickly can you get access to them? So when you're fighting and you have your sword out and you get injured, one of the big issues is that you're still alive, and if the opponent is trying to kill you, if he's got any brains, he's not going to let you just, grab potion heal and you're good to go. And so you're going to need to try and defend yourself or get distance. And now, sometimes distance in combat can be achieved rather easily, especially when you've had a big engagement and you've done this big move and both guys move back. The thing is though, as soon as he sees you reaching for one of these, if he's got brains, he's going to rush you to try and prevent you from doing it. But what if he has a potion as well? He might want to drink the potion while you drink the potion. It could be just this agreement between the opponents that, yes, we'll allow ourselves to heal and get straight back into the fight. But if you're injured and he isn't, and he sees you pull this out, even if there's a lull in combat, most likely he will rush you. He doesn't want you to get full health and be back in the fight ready to go. One interesting question, and this is an addendum in addition to the discussion of how they work. Would healing potions heal your stamina, your fatigue, your exhaustion? Because it's interesting, there are stamina potions in video games and stuff, but they don't get given enough credit. Because in reality, a stamina potion, a potion that you drink and restore your vitality instantly, and you got full energy, is a game changer in a fight. And so having a potion where you just whip it out and restore your restore your energy, that would be massively great. And I would certainly use something like that. But you do run into that same issue. If it's healing a wound or restoring your energy, why would your opponent let you drink it? And so speed and access of drinking is going to be huge. Now, if you're fighting, one, using a two-handed sword or a weapon like this, you need a free hand to grab the potion. So instantly, my ability to fight is lessened greatly because I need to grab the potion, and you'll probably still try and defend, and you'll be moving back, and then you'll need to pop the cork, down it, and good. So you could put up a type of defense. So you're there, and it's like, oh gosh. Here's another interesting problem. What if the cork gets stuck? We saw that with Oz in the skit, but these ones, got it out. So you've been defending it. Let's pretend you're able to get the cork off easier, but you're defending, and it's pretty hard. Ooh. It's food dyed lemonade. It's very sticky though. So, as you can tell, the very fact of needing to tilt my head up, I moved my kind of line of sight, having one hand on a sword trying to defend myself, wow, you'd be vulnerable. And so it's going to put you at a decent amount of risk. The thing that we see in video games where there's really rarely an action. Sometimes there is in a video game where you drink a potion and there's an animation of the character drinking it. But when you're playing, say, Diablo or something like that, you drink a potion and your health just goes tick, or your health starts to heal, and there's no actual, length of time for what that would require you taking the potion out, pulling cork, and drinking it. So you could do it quicker and easier if you get practiced at it. And, you're there, you're fighting, you got wounded, get to a point where there's a bit of distance, and if you can just grab it out and drink, done. That's a very quick motion. But also, something I've wondered, do you always need to drink the full potion? Like in video games and stuff, usually it's the full potion. But again, this goes into the mechanics of how potions work. Does a healing potion require drinking a certain volume before it takes effect? Or do you just need, you know, a couple of drops? And so the problem is, it's just a couple of drops, right? I'm going to get lemonade all over myself. What if it's just like a swig? Like you're there, pour, drink, done, and you're good to go. If that was the case, you might be better off using a weapon you could handle in one hand. Seriously, if potions exist in real life, right? You might just want to hold one in your hand, because the other thing, potions would change the way you fight, and really, like, more than you might think, because if you know you could heal yourself, that means you could knowingly let yourself get hit to defeat your opponent. And so say I'm fighting an opponent, and I had a potion in this hand, and I just wanted to kill him. Let's just get this over with. So I'm just gonna, instead of not even bothering to blocking, I run in and let him say, get me in the side, just like, kill him, and then just, yeah, that worked, I'm done. So just having there ready to heal yourself and take a hit is a game changer. It would change the way you fight. And I think that tactic would work if you needed to swig or drink the whole thing. Like just so you could do a small thing or the whole thing where you take a big hit, that's fine, you kill your opponent, get a headshot or something like that, a winning move, and then just like, oh good, I'm better now. Done. The other way potions would really affect combat is you would need to focus on death blows, instant kills, far more if you knew that your opponent might have a healing potion ready to go. You know, the skit that we did in the other potion video, where, go watch it if you haven't watched it, but it's related to instant killing, and, you know, you can't really drink a potion if you're decapitated, right? So that might be a focus. You'd actually focus on different types of killing shots or targets to prevent them from drinking a potion. And I think opponents would be fighting you that way. If they could see that, I don't have anywhere to put this, so I just... If they knew you had heaps of healing potions on hand, right, that you can just heal from anything but a death blow, guess what they're going to try and be doing? Just death blows, obviously. So I hope you can see, just by this, you know, fun analysis so far, potions would literally affect the way people fight. But also, are there techniques that enable you to get access to potions more? Because, you know, you had the holding a potion in one hand, weapon in the other. What if you did want to use a two-handed weapon? Is there a way you could get quick access to your healing potion and still use a two-handed weapon? Well, I wonder. So, one option is to pop the cork and have the potion in your mouth while you're fighting. Oh, I'm good. You good? I'm good. Oh, you just have it in your mouth. What if you could tie it? Imagine, you know, it would look dumb, but you're like Practicality, right? And had a potion hanging just there that you could drink by tipping your head back. like that, right? And so you'd have the potion there, you're fighting, get hit, and you look, drink, and you're good to go again, you're fighting, get hit, and you're like, it's there, remember, like, drink, and you're good to go and fight. But anyway, for the sake of testing, I'll see if we can do it even just holding it in the mouth. So, okay, so good. Kind of works. So, a couple of things. I couldn't stop the liquid pouring into my mouth, holding it there. But I could prevent myself from swallowing, so I was kind of holding the liquid in my mouth, in the bottle, ready to go. It was a bit hard to swallow without letting extra air into the mouth cavity. But let's see if it's like just here. It's not a perfect solution. Because when I swallowed then, I swallowed air with it. Because you don't have perfect control. Because to keep it, you need like an airtight seal so the liquid doesn't spill out. But because of that, it actually makes it hard to swallow. Now, of course, this is a bit dumb, but seriously, if you had healing potions in combat, you would want them really available very quickly, especially if you get an injury where you could die in a couple of seconds from, and you only have those few seconds to save your life. You would want the potion available very quickly. Ooh, I'm getting through them. In the other video, we were talking about what if they had like a narcotic effect if you got addicted to it. It'd be funny. Anyway, so if you're writing a story or even a video game, you don't really need to be too concerned because you can just hand wave and say, you was able to get a potion out quickly, pop the cork and drink it in like under a second. Like, especially if you practice at it, you do it very, very quickly. And so I got a potion here, you know, I get hit again, just bring, crack, drink, done. But doing it in real life, it's interesting the limitations that you run into, which is the point of this video, exploring how practical healing potions would be in real life and in combat. We're gonna set it up like you've just injured me, so if you stand a bit further back, I'm injured now, and I'm trying to defend myself while getting a potion. So let's switch sides because I'll be facing the camera a bit more. So I'm gonna be like this, and I'm actually gonna have to try and fight one-handed and multitask. So, because my attention needs to stay on Oz, is my opponent. So I'm just injured, and he, so
Come on, back to the center.
you're dead. Well, we'll try it again. How did I put the cork? I lost the cork. So I'm injured. I need to defend myself and go. I spilled it on my face. And I got it over my stuff. That was interesting. Thing is, if I was injured, would I be able to maintain a defense?
No.
Don't know. Well, it depends how severe the injury, really. It can be done, but now let's try for you.
It might work better if you try to catch the enemy's weapon while you're wounded, but then...
So, because this is just for fun. Again, this is going to be different because there's a different level of skill here. And so Oz needs to drink a potion while I'm going to try and kill him before he can do it in a committed attack.
Right.
And so you're injured and you need to reach for your potion.
Okay.
Oh no, you can't get the potion!
I drunk it, I win!
I killed you several times before that went down.
Yeah, but before I died, I drunk it.
I like your commitment, you got it all over yourself.
I'm a thirsty boy.
So,
You hit me right in the pubic area. Oh man.
do you want to try it again? So, I think your best option, honestly, is to run away from, because if it's a committed attacker, you're like, because of the difference in skill and stuff, you're just not going to be able to defend yourself adequately when I'm committed to hitting.
I think I know how to do it.
So you're injured? You're like,
Yeah. I got you there! I got it.
you got a knife! That's cheating.
People! Tree!
Get something. That was actually a very good tactic, Oz. Good move.
I use what I see, and I saw a tree.
You grappled the sword.
Yeah.
Good on you. He's learning. Technically, he stabbed me in the armor, though. I needed to give him the win.
Next time I'll go for your eye.
Yeah, go for my neck. You Stabbed right in the armor. That wouldn't have really killed me. Oh, actually, a good point. In Mistborn, instead of drinking potions, they need to drink vials of metal. And they have to do that in combat. And in the book, right? But the thing is, they also have magical abilities that get them to jump ages away, which gives them plenty enough distance and room to down the vials ready to fight again. And usually, because author Brandon Sanderson, he does a great job, he writes it so the Mistborn or Mistings, when they need to drink their vials, they get the right distance, right amount of time to be able to do it, or they get really quick at it and other things. So, but that's actually another book that uses potion-like things actually in the middle of combat though. It's been a really interesting exploration, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below about problems that might arise trying to use healing potions in the middle of combat, or any potions really, in the middle of combat, and also techniques that might help them work more effectively. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and of course, I hope to see you on the next video here on Shadiversity. So until that time, farewell.